Hey, everybody. Welcome back to On the Line podcast. We're back to you with another holiday special. It's Thanksgiving. And I have two other on the liners today, of course. And your first one is Steven.
What's up, everyone? I'm Steven. Across from me, we have Jun.
Gobble gobble. And to host this one, we have Crystal.
All right, guys, we have a festive episode for you today to enjoy before Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you guys learn a couple things that will help you for your Thanksgiving day coming up next Thursday. Today, we're going to talk about a couple Thanksgiving traditions that people typically have, and I'm going to have Jen and Steven rate them for you. Are they good traditions? Are there better ones? We shall see. And then we're going to give you some tips for a successful Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving can be honestly crazy the day of, the night before, the week before, or even a couple weeks before. So we have a couple things to help you learn to get your Thanksgiving on track. And we're also going to start off with a fun game called Guess the Dish, where Jen is going to tell us a seasoning, and we're going to have to guess whatever dish it goes with. All right, so let's get into this festive episode. We are now on the line.
And if you want to skip ahead to any particular spot, make sure to use the chapters down below in the description.
Okay, so we're going to start off with a fun game before we get into our Thanksgiving topics. Hopefully, you guys can grab a Thanksgiving drink, maybe start decorating for Thanksgiving. As you can see, we have already done that. Maybe you guys can decorate while you're listening to this episode. But the first thing we're going to do is play a game called Guess the Dish. Jun is going to name a seasoning, and Steven and I have to somehow guess the dish associated with it. Sounds hard. Hopefully, we won't do as bad as our Halloween game where we couldn't figure out the phobias. But check out that episode if you want to see us fail.
All right, guys, this is Guess the Dish Thanksgiving edition. So, keep the mind into, those Thanksgiving family dinner foods. Let's see if we can get these just by seasonings alone. So the first dish is going to have black pepper. Pretty common. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. Okay, black pepper, Parmesan cheese. Sauteed mushrooms and onions. Sometimes some crumbled bacon. And this is the last one I'll give you guys. Garlic. What is this dish?
Easy. I feel like I got it.
That could be anything.
He said onion. I feel a mushroom.
Onion, mushroom.
Easy.
I'm
I got it.
all of that
Caramelized version.
Got it right here.
into
Let's say it at the same time.
Garlic. Some
Ready?
black pepper.
3, 2, 1. Green bean casserole.
I'm throwing that like omelet. It could be
Omelet?
anything.
That's not Thanksgiving.
Omelet? Is that your thing?
Honestly, could be anything.
You know what? Sometimes, if you cook enough, you'll probably know it. That is a green bean casserole. Congratulations,
Very nice.
Crystal. You've got the one.
I've never actually made a green bean casserole, but
Either.
Steven's mom makes a good one, and I actually enjoy it. It's pretty
I
good.
feel like I've never tasted it.
It's really good. The crispy onions on top. Maybe I'll make it this year.
All right, so the next dish. This is a good dish. I don't want to give it away, so let me stop talking about it. Here are the stuff. You got lemon zest or juice. You got some fresh thyme. Fresh thyme. People say you never have enough time, but here's some fresh thyme. And you got some salt, black pepper, of course, and a head of garlic.
Literally anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally anything. Okay, but lemon is interesting. A head of garlic, pepper,
That's
lemon.
time. Lemon is
What you
time.
put in it? What you put in a lemon? I'm gonna go rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken. Cause what else are you putting a lemon on? Or turkey?
We'll go with like
Avi. Don't people put more on their turkey? That just seems unseasoned.
I'm gonna just say this is like some baked chicken.
I'm gonna go turkey. Even though I think there should be more seasonings for that.
All right, this popular recipe is for The Thanksgiving turkey.
Yes.
Crystal is
Nice.
on a roll, but the chicken was very close. I don't know if you both said rotisserie chicken, I might have given it to you just because it's kind of the same course. But you know, it's Thanksgiving. We gotta say turkey.
Gobble gobble.
The next dish you're gonna prepare with some, all right, salt. Ew, what dish doesn't use that? And some cinnamon, a little bit of ginger, some brown sugar, black
All right.
pepper. What is it?
Black pepper is in everything.
Salt,
like that.
pepper, ginger. I feel like I use that to cook
Brown sugar.
everything.
It could
Cinnamon,
be the brown sugar
salt,
tips it off.
pepper.
Cinnamon, brown sugar.
because that could be sweet potato
I'm gonna
or
say these
pumpkin pie.
are like some sweet
An
potato.
omelet.
Cinnamon omelet. Omelet.
I'm a limit.
So what was your finals?
Wait.
Sweet potato.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sweet potato as well. Sweet potato casserole.
Pumpkin pie. You should have stuck
Dang
with
it, I
your
knew
guns.
it.
You were
Yee.
so close. The brown sugar definitely tips it off.
It does tip it off, but actually you could do brown sugar on a ham as well. But ham isn't as traditional on Thanksgiving. Oh no.
We have salt. We have brown
Again?
sugar.
Oh,
We have some vanilla. And
Oh.
we have more brown sugar. Of course, I'm not
brown
gonna say
sugar,
any other-
vanilla, brown sugar.
brown sugar, vanilla, and some more brown sugar. And I'm not gonna tell you any more ingredients because that's really anything
Sweet
else is gonna
potato.
give it away.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato casserole. Now this one is the sweet
Sweet.
potato casserole.
That's sweet.
It's
Sweet
gotta be.
potato.
Definitely correct. Sweet
Yes.
potato.
Let's go.
The other
Yes,
ingredient
yes,
was
yes.
sweet potato. If you couldn't guess, the last one of this, Crystal's doing pretty great. Of course, this is a difficult one because we can't use any of the ingredients that'll give it away. So a lot of them are very much the same. Let's see if this one get anything different from you guys. Okay, so we got black pepper.
All right.
We got
right. Good
some
start.
of that thyme that we love so
Oh,
much.
time.
Sure.
Salt.
All right. Okay.
Olive oil, rosemary, and some cloves of
Fix it.
garlic.
Is this not the turkey? It could be a prime rib. Do people
It
eat
could
prime
be
rib
a
on
prime rib.
Thanksgiving? That's what we do for Christmas, though. That's more of a Christmas thing. Oh, gravy. I'm gonna go gravy. Gravy.
Gravy?
Yeah, thyme and rosemary is in my gravy.
I'll just stick to the prime
I'll
rib.
say that.
That sounds pretty good.
I don't know if
What
this
is
is
it?
close enough, but roast beef. The roast
Oh.
Roast beef.
Roast beef.
Very close. I'm gonna give that to the prime rib there.
Yeah.
So, W picking.
Let's go.
So at the end of that game, we had a resounding close one. Actually, 3 for Crystal and 2 for Steve. So I hope you guys
Nice.
got to guess some of those. Do you know your recipes by just seasoning? Black pepper, salt. That's
An omelet.
Literally anything. All right. It's Thanksgiving. We got a lot of games. A lot of people play games on Thanksgiving. We thought we would do another game to get you in the mood for Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
So, this next one is guess the state for Thanksgiving dinner. There are a lot of states that have different things served at Thanksgiving. Everyone has the traditional stuff, but there are interesting dishes that people serve on Thanksgiving dinner. So, I'm going to say a dish, and Steven and Jun have to guess what state this is typically served in on Thanksgiving. A lot of states out there. Hopefully, you guys can guess which of the
remember
50
any of them.
states. Okay, I'm gonna start off one which I think is easy. Maybe, I don't know. All right, this
Oh,
first
man.
dish: pumpkin empanadas. Sounds delicious.
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Pumpkin empanadas. I've never had a pumpkin empanada, but that sounds delish.
I'm gonna say California, not because I'm gonna say because of the southern parts, and I'm gonna say that the population is big enough to make that average empanadas. I'm gonna go with California
Empanadas. I'm gonna say
or New Mexico.
New Mexico because I feel like at least half that state or half the name of the state incorporates empanadas in their Thanksgiving.
We ain't talking about new.
The correct answer is 2 states. I would have gave you either one. One is Arizona.
Dang it.
Interestingly enough.
I was gonna say
And
Arizona.
number 2, you guys get a point, New Mexico.
That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't get
Very
the point.
nice.
That's all right.
You said New Mexico and then you switched to California, but I get it. California was a good guess. Next dish. People typically serve this on Thanksgiving in what state? Crab cake.
New
Crab
England,
cake.
Maine, or Massachusetts. I'm gonna say.
I'ma say, like-
Maine. I'm gonna say Maine.
I'm gonna say Massachusetts.
The correct answer is Maryland. Interesting.
No.
What about the second
Crab
state?
cakes can likely be traced back to Native Americans cooking in the Chesapeake Bay region of United States. But honestly, there's a lot of seafood in the New England region, and it says typical in the New England region as well. So I'm gonna say Jen gets a point for that. Name the state that has manicotti on Thanksgiving. So manicotti.
What is a manicotti?
It is a ricotta stuffed crepe pasta topped with marinara sauce. It's similar to lasagna, or sometimes people can serve baked ziti with meatballs.
I'm gonna say
It's pasta. It's like similar to like lasagna
I'm gonna say
stuffed
like
shells.
I'm gonna say the only
Tennessee.
place I think there are an abundance of Italians is gonna be New Jersey.
Tennessee.
Jersey. I feel like in our Thanksgivings in Illinois, people serve like baked masticholi a lot.
Go
Nice.
on.
The correct, okay, there's 2 states that is typical to serve manicotti on Thanksgiving. It is New York,
That's
And-
the second place with the most Italians.
New Jersey.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
A lot of Italian Thanksgiving households serving manicotti in New Jersey. Good job.
Manicotti.
The next one, Jen, we've had this at our Thanksgiving. Steven, you probably have had a Thanksgiving
Illinois.
with us.
It's masticholi. I know
I've
the
Illinois.
had this. It is. It's not a dish, but it's a type of way to serve this dish. So it's the turkey, but fried. What state is this the most popular in
Fried
the United
turkey?
States? Fried turkey.
That's Kentucky good. Kentucky fried turkey. I'm
Louisiana.
gonna go Kentucky.
The correct answer is good old Texas.
Texas.
Dang
Them
it.
Texans cooking fried turkeys on Thanksgiving. It says on this article, it says Texas is one of the worst offenders for turkey frying.
Offenders.
For turkey frying incident.
Oh.
Turkey frying is notoriously a dangerous activity, and according to State Farm, the insurance company, Texas is one of the first offender for turkey frying incidents. So if you guys are frying a turkey this year, be careful. All right, the last one is a little bit hard because it's an interesting dish that I've never heard of before, but there's no specific state. It's just a region
What?
in the United States. This specific dish is called the frog eye salad. It is a sweetened, fruity pasta salad made from acini de pepe pasta, pineapples, mandarin oranges, Cool Whip, and marshmallow topping. It's a must-have for Thanksgiving in these regions of America.
If I were to reduce a place and states to a region and say there's no difference between any of them, it's gonna be the Northwest. So the Northwest gets my vote.
I'm gonna stick with Jen here. That sounds pretty Pacific
It also
Northwest.
sounds Hawaiian, but I would definitely count that as a specific state, huh? So I'm gonna say Northwest. Those guys are up to no good up there. Fruits and marshmallows together. Come on.
In pasta,
I think I've seen
fruit
it
salad,
before.
frogs.
Yeah, it's similar
fruit
to like
salad.
a Filipino fruit salad. They like put like macaroni in there. This is typically served in the Southwest.
Oh, completely wrong.
And interestingly enough, it says if you're eating frog eye salad, you may also be partaking in the Jello salad on Thanksgiving, which is typically served in Utah. Oh, those Utah people. Did you guys get those dishes right? Let us know in the comments how many points you got. And now we're going to get into the rest of the episode. Right now, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving traditions. The holiday season is upon us. And with the holiday season, there are traditions to get us into the festive holiday spirit. So I have 10 typical Thanksgiving traditions that people do in the United States. And I want all of us to rate them. And at the end, maybe we'll give you some of our favorite traditions that we have on Thanksgiving. I'm going to start off with one that I think you guys are probably going to rate 5 out of 5 turkeys.
Oh,
And this is typical in the good old United States, watching football or playing a game of football on Thanksgiving.
that's a 5-er.
5 out of 5. Just because I don't hate the Cowboys as much as the rest of America. So 5 out of 5.
Do the Cowboys usually play on Thanksgiving?
Every Thanksgiving.
Every year. As one of my friends who's a Birds fan, she would say, Cowboys aren't even that good.
I don't want to say I agree, but I'll watch them. I'll watch them play on Thanksgiving.
I think like usually when I'm making Thanksgiving dinner in the morning, someone like throws on the football game and it's comforting. I don't know if I like really enjoy it, but I think it's a nice tradition to just have football in the background. I think playing football though, I don't know if a lot of people are down to go outside and like get dirty and play a game of football.
I wish.
Yeah. I'm so down to play football.
I wish.
I would, but I feel like all of our family likes to dress up on Thanksgiving, like more formal clothes. And I doubt people are gonna actually want to play football.
So
But
we're
I
gonna be
would.
sending
I
out
would.
invitations.
Most like say minority Thanksgivings, it's Thanksgiving dinner, and dinner is not 1 o'clock like I mean some households have it. So when they play football, it's usually in the morning.
Yep.
And if you were to do it at night, it just doesn't quite work out, especially with daylight savings and the sun goes down, and it just doesn't work out if you have a night Thanksgiving.
I think more people are having like an early afternoon Thanksgiving nowadays, like 3 or 4. But yeah, the sun does set early, like at 4. I would personally like to do these, but the fact that no one really does this, I'm going to give it like a 3.5. At least people that I know. 5 for y'all. All right, next. This is one of my favorite Thanksgiving traditions is going to or watching the Thanksgiving parade. The good old Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
When I say 5 out of 5, I usually put on the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in the morning just to get the old spirits up, and it's pretty cool to watch some. I guess this will be like little showcases from whatever's on Broadway that year. As far as going to parades in person, those are fun too. So definitely 5 out of 5.
I'm gonna go 5 out of 5 too. I like to go to them. I like to watch them. I think. And when is the parade? Like 11:30 or 10 a.m. in the morning. It's usually pretty early, so
Super
they
early.
usually like have it
Central.
recorded. I think we have the Thanksgiving parade from last year recorded.
I'm gonna go the same way. I mean, watching the Thanksgiving parade, 5, and then even going to the Thanksgiving parade in Chicago in person. Sometimes it might be cold. Sometimes it might be a little too crowded. Nothing screams Thanksgiving like a nice little Thanksgiving parade.
I like seeing all the new floats. They usually have like a new float that goes
Root
up.
beer.
And also,
Goku.
the best part of the Thanksgiving parade is that it always ends with Santa Claus starting off the Christmas
Take it away,
season.
Dustin.
I like the Thanksgiving parade because it just gets me in the festive mood. So I'm gonna say 5 out of 5 for that one.
5 out of 5 turkeys, baby.
Speaking of Christmas, this is a controversial tradition. Is even not even on Thanksgiving, but a Thanksgiving tradition is just having all your Christmas decorations up as soon as November 1st hits. Controversial. What do you guys think about that? Do you like going into Thanksgiving like this with the harvest look, or are you already bringing out Christmas?
I'll say 3 out of 5.
Having Christmas decorations up November 1st?
Or just during Thanksgiving, like your party, you got Christmas decorations up.
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna say that's about I'm gonna say that's like a 4 out of 5 turkeys.
I'm gonna go 4 out of 5 turkeys too. One, because I think when we were growing up, we usually had the Christmas tree up, but then we also had Thanksgiving together. Like there was Thanksgiving decor on the table, but we also had the tree up. I don't know. I think if you really like Christmas and the Christmas season brings you joy, go ahead and celebrate it for as long as you can. I think I got sick of my Christmas decorations when I put it up too early last year. So I'm going to wait until like Black Friday to like put them up. But I like seeing it. I love to see it. So if that's you, you do you. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. You got this.
Yeah.
I say 3 out of 5. It's not objectionable.
I just personally love eating Thanksgiving dinner, lunch, second dinner with all the Christmas decorations up already.
All right, next one. This one's fun. Taking a walk or a hike after your Thanksgiving lunch or dinner.
I'm picturing after like one of ours. So it would be in Chicago, cold. And 2, it would be at midnight night. Sounds awful. So I'm going to go with 1 out of 5 stars. Why would you do that?
I'm going to give that a 1 out of 5
The
stars.
Xbox is upstairs.
It's kind of nice.
Why am I
Like,
going outside?
if you have like it early, like at 3 o'clock or like earlier than that, like, and you have your Thanksgiving lunch and then you want to walk off all the food you ate and like have a nice little family walk outside, I think it's nice. I feel like it hasn't been getting really that cold in Chicago either.
I'm gonna say like if we're going outside on Thanksgiving, we're throwing around that pigskin. We're there to play football. We're not there to walk.
If we lived by a nice like trail, I would definitely would. I would say a 3.5. I would definitely do it, but haven't done it yet. So I'm gonna rate it lower. This one is an interesting one. I think a lot of people do this before dinner or at some point throughout the day. You go around the room and you say what you're thankful for.
One.
It's so corny, but I get it.
One of the worst things to come
I get
by.
it.
The absolute worst.
We do it every year. I think we do it every
year. That goes
year.
for me, double.
Nah. 1.
Oh no!
If there was a 0 turkeys on here, I'd say
that's the whole point of Thanksgiving. The whole point of Thanksgiving is to be grateful and to reflect what you're thankful for.
Reflect and be,
just
not say
internally.
Not say what you're thankful
internally
for.
Vocalize.
Internal. I think it's kind of funny. It is a little bit awkward because everyone pretty much says the same thing. I'm thankful for this food and for family and friends.
Darlene wants to say what she wants to she's thankful for.
Pass it away, Darlene.
I'm gonna go with 2.5. I like the sentiment, but it just is a little bit awkward. And what if you have like a huge family? Like that would take forever. Next one, me and Steven talked about this last year in our Thanksgiving episode, is flipping through and browsing Black Friday or Cyber Monday sales.
That's a 5.
5 out of
Oh my God.
That is a 5.
Everyone hates you both. You don't care about being grateful, but you like shopping.
5 out of 5 turkeys, baby.
What happened to the holiday traditions? What happened to being
I got what I'm thankful for right here.
Yeah, exactly. Now that I will vocalize.
Where do people get them now?
I'm
Are they just all online?
75% off.
Oh my God.
Y'all got the Best Buy over there? Give me the Best Buy.
Where do people get those?
Newspapers?
Like the actual like thing. Oh, you have to get a newspaper? I was thinking like you have to go to the actual store and grab it like from the front.
You can grab from the store, yeah.
You can even go online.
Best thing, yeah,
online.
digital.
Check it out. Best Buy has their Black Friday deals out now, right now. Go check it out. What are you doing after this episode?
Shopping is fun and exciting, and you could do it as a family, so I'm going to say 4 out of 5. Flipping through old family photos. This is a popular one from what I was looking for, like Thanksgiving tradition.
If you adjust it / like videos as well, I would say nice 4 out of 5.
Bring out the homemade
I don't mind
videos.
looking at like old photos and like picture books too. Like those are cool too, but like old videos and stuff, W.
Yeah,
WWW.
I think it's fun because then everyone can watch. The video thing is good too because like Everyone can sit around and you all laugh like, oh, look how young we look.
Yeah, I wonder
Good
what
times.
the new underline podcast is.
Watching YouTube videos of online podcasts. 5 out of 5.
I'm gonna give that a cool 4.
I'm gonna go 4.
For consensus.
This one is nice, but I don't think I've done this in a very long time. Volunteering, giving back to the community, rating it out of 5 turkeys. I think if you do it,
Like
it's
Christmas,
a 5
like
out of 5.
Thanksgiving Day, or like Thanksgiving
Volunteering in general,
week?
maybe like week.
Thanksgiving
week.
tradition.
It's just like Thanksgiving season.
Thanksgiving
I would
Day,
say-
1 out of 5. Thanksgiving week, maybe a 2.5 out of 5.
What? I think if you do it, it's a 5 out of 5. Give back to your community, give back to families who are less fortunate. Even if you don't volunteer, like donating, I think Jewel and like a lot of other places accept like canned goods to help other people with their Thanksgiving dinners. So I think a 5 out of 5, and I definitely encourage it.
I'm gonna say that's a 5 out of 5 tradition. Now, if you were to ask if I want to sign up and do it, then you're getting a 1 out of me. But it is a 5 out of 5 tradition.
I think you did you volunteered at the food pantry during Thanksgiving time
Yes, I did.
before. How was it? Was it
It was
heartwarming?
hectic, to say the least, but really heartwarming. And it's really fulfilling. I just telling you, if you ask me to sign up, you're getting a 1 turkey out of 5.
If someone else organized it, I would definitely do it because I've done like a food serving one, and so many people who were getting the food are just like so grateful and saying thank you, and I'm like, oh, wish I could do this all the time. So 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5 to actually do it because it's hard to like organize. But on a serious note, if you guys have a chance to volunteer this Thanksgiving or in general holiday season, it's really nice to be thankful for what you have, but also give back to the community around you so they can also have something to be grateful for. All right, next Thanksgiving tradition. This one's I think we do as a family, playing games or board games.
5.
5 out of 5, especially if it's about Chicago Transit.
But what if it causes a family anger and competition?
Well, you'd rather be arguing over the game than arguing over some politics, right?
True. 5 out of 5. And I like
That's a
people
fiver.
who make like their own games. I feel like there's a lot of like homemade games that people play on Thanksgiving. And 5 out of 5 if you were one of those people. Maybe I'll do it this year.
This game's
It's
called
hard.
Fork You.
This game
So
is
what?
about the New York transit system.
Oh my goodness.
And with that, the last Thanksgiving tradition is a movie marathon. To me, that's 5 out of 5 because what else are you doing on Thanksgiving?
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I would prefer to look over old family stuff or videos, photos or videos, or those board games you guys were talking about. So,
Exactly.
I like movies because you can take a quick nap after dinner nap, after lunch nap during it, and everyone can gather around the TV.
So is this the perfect time to watch
Maybe 4 out
Tim
of 5.
Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas?
4 out of 5. Yeah, you can get yourself in the Christmas spirit on Thanksgiving,
Kidnap the
Christmas
Santa
movies.
Claus, throw him in the bag.
or you could watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Nap. I'm giving that a hot 3. Movie marathons are fun. If I'm digesting my Thanksgiving dinner, I'm going to take a really long nap here, which I don't want to do at a function, especially on Thanksgiving. Much rather, like Jen said, be looking back at some old pictures, videos, playing some board games, things like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Those were all the traditional Thanksgiving traditions that people have on Thanksgiving. But what are some of your guys' favorite Thanksgiving traditions?
One of mine that is not, maybe not recently, but when I used to be in the house that host, it was a long marathon of just speed running through the newest kind of single player game. Before it was, I remember I did like almost all of Batman Arkham Asylum that day, Thanksgiving morning. And then another one was the Star Wars Jedi game. almost all of that through. And then another one was the Spider-Man game. Just huge marathons right before everyone gets there. And it
Oh
was
my
amazing.
gosh.
5 out of 5 turkeys.
That is dedication.
I was gonna say on Thanksgiving Day, what I look forward to the most was playing video games. Playing video games, watching lots of TV, relaxing.
Everybody's there. LAN party.
I don't even care if we had a LAN party. They could be watching me play
Let's
solo.
play the sniper shotty snipes. Pick up the
Yeah.
sticks. Come on.
That's what I like most about Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh. I was going to say my favorite Thanksgiving tradition is cooking the food and watching a movie while I do it. And if I can, make Stephen and Jen help me cook the food because it's hard to mash potatoes. Gotta have some guns for that.
So we know people who have guns that we get for Thanksgiving.
We spoke a little bit of it with the parades, but a newer tradition is watching the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. I like waking up early that day for that parade, try to watch it live instead of recorded. I think that's a nice little tradition. And if anybody else wakes up with you, it's kind of like, hey, Thanksgiving, it's here.
Yay, I cannot wait to do some Thanksgiving traditions this year. We're going to move on to give you guys some tips on having a successful Thanksgiving. This episode is coming out a couple days before actual Thanksgiving, so hopefully some of these tips will help you guys have a really good Thanksgiving this year.
Before Thanksgiving even starts, for a successful Thanksgiving is you got to get there. So if you are flying in from a different state to another place, or you're just flying in general, this is probably one of the only times I'll probably follow the 2-hour rule, because there are just so many people traveling for Thanksgiving. Christmas is another big one, but Thanksgiving is huge. You never think about it because it's usually a weekday. It's like, you know, either a Monday or Tuesday to fly back. I'm like, yeah, no, nobody's gonna be at the airport. And there's so many people at the airport. So if you are flying, just know that if Thanksgiving's within that week, there's gonna be a lot of people. There's gonna be a long TSA line. Maybe even get clear. Maybe it's worth it that time. You never know.
Do people typically travel like the day before, like Wednesday? Is that the day?
I think
Probably.
it's like all of the days throughout the week.
Oh, like
literally
the
Monday,
whole, like, 2
Tuesday.
weeks
I've done the
leading up.
gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done the gambit. Even that weekend before, terrible. It's just all of it. All the
Yeah,
way
so
up until maybe the day of, maybe. I don't know.
oh yeah, actually that sounds about right. Like morning you fly in.
Yeah.
I always follow the 2-hour rule, but if you guys feel scared about not making your flight, try not to check a bag. You could skip that part. As you are leading up to Thanksgiving, in terms of planning for your flights or trip or train, however you're going to get to Thanksgiving, one of the most important things is to make sure you have all the ingredients you need for Thanksgiving. So honestly, the night before, it's really important to prep things that you can prep so you can have less things to do on the day of Thanksgiving. I think there's a lot of people that like will make some of their Thanksgiving stuff during the week and then freeze it so that on the day of they can thaw it and they just have to focus on like the main like turkey the day of. I'm more of a fresh person, so I like to make everything the day of and like start super early and literally cook until the night. But make sure you have all your ingredients because sometimes you miss something and then someone has to go to the freaking grocery store and it's just a hot mess there the morning of.
That actually leads perfectly into my point. If you're planning on cooking anything for Thanksgiving, make sure you have all your ingredients, like Crystal said. And if you do not, go to the store, get them right away. There have been countless Thanksgivings where we find out we're missing, I don't know, garlic powder, onion powder, and then we run to the store. And it's one of the things that are missing for some reason. Or maybe even if, we're saving up, we're procrastinating on getting the ham. We go to the store and ham apparently can cost $20. And so these guys spend $20 on a ham. It's the day of. You don't want to find yourself in that predicament. So get all of your ingredients ahead of time.
Honestly, a tip is to make your Thanksgiving list, grocery list, like at the
In
beginning of the
October.
month. Yeah, just make your grocery list and things that aren't going to expire quickly, just buy them up as time goes and like mark things off on your list so that you like know you have everything you need. So I actually got to do that still. So I'm going to do a little bit of last minute
You
Thanksgiving
still
shopping.
have to do it.
So
Thanksgiving's in 2
we
days.
need,
Oh my
we need to
goodness.
go make a couple trips to the
3
grocery store.
days.
What's the
4
speed
days.
business?
You know what sells out if you don't make your stuffing like from scratch, like chopping up some bread, and you need like stovetop boxed stuffing or like the Trader Joe's one is really good. Buy those ASAP because those sell out so fast. It's so hard to find like cornbread stuffing.
That's not even like limited to ingredients. If you're going to be cooking something, make sure you buy your serving trays, serving spoons, all those utensils, things like that. Whatever you're going to be serving or cooking your dish in, make sure you have those things as well.
Yeah, like one year we didn't have a potato masher and I was stressed.
But luckily that's one of those things where that's the problem 1 year, and hopefully it's never a problem again.
Exactly. Unless someone steals your potato masher. Mom,
I'm looking at you here.
you know what? Speaking of like utensils and stuff, a tip that I have for Thanksgiving to make it your Thanksgiving successful. If you're hosting, a nice Thanksgiving, I guess like little gift is to buy some like Tupperware, like cheap Tupperware. Like a couple years ago, I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought like some random Tupperwares. I think it was like $1 for 3 of them. And I got some like nice plastic Tupperware so people can take home leftovers. Because obviously after Thanksgiving, you're going to have a lot of leftovers and you're going to want people to take some home. A nice thing to do on Thanksgiving is to have some Tupperware available or just other vehicles for ways for people could take leftovers home.
Especially if you're not expecting yourself to eat all those leftovers, why let the food go to waste and just ship it out to all the unsuspecting people? Oh, but I really don't have a place to put it in. Well, here's some Tupperware. I gotcha. And probably one of the things to make Thanksgiving actually successful to most people is eating the most that you can. So, lay off the breads a little bit. They're going to get you stuffed. Maybe start with the meats first. A little bit of veggies, not too many veggies. There's a lot of fiber in there. They're going to get you stuffed as well. And then you also got to play that balance of like, what's going to be a good leftover versus what should I eat fresh? I know I said stay off the breads, but you know what? Some of those dinner rolls, are they really that good the next day? So maybe eat a couple of those right off the oven. Something like, say, mac and cheese or some mashed potatoes. They do pretty well the next day. Turkey does pretty well the next day. So, think about how you want to organize in your game plan to get the most Thanksgiving out of, those couple of days where you have all that food.
That's a good tip because I like to make sure that there's enough of everything the next day so that I can have like a full meal the next day and I'm not just having mashed potatoes and green beans. I like save myself a little bit of everything.
Here's the game plan. So play 1, boom, get your meats. Get a little bit. Don't start off with turkey. It's going to make you tired. So, you're talking about your roast beefs. You're talking about your prime ribs. You're talking about your ham. Sprinkle little vegetables in there just for some variety. Maybe just a little bit of either mashed potatoes or mac and cheese. One or the other. Do not mix because it's going to get too heavy too quickly. And then maybe just water, nothing huge on the drink pool.
Yeah.
You don't want to burn yourself out from drinks. There's not really a Thanksgiving drink, so, focus on the food. And then plate 2, you come back, sprinkle a little desserts off the bat, a little desserts off the bat. Then whichever mashed potato or mac and cheese that you decided not to get the last time. No vegetables this round. This is purely carbs. No meats this round either. You're going to look for any of the other potatoes. Maybe there's french fries there. Maybe there's roasted potatoes. Gravy is going to be a huge part of this one just to fill out those carbs with some flavor. Those where your rolls come in. You're going to need a nice long break after that. Say a couple hours pass by. Boom. Here you go. This is where your turkeys come in for your third serving. Your turkeys come in. You go ahead and take whatever mashed potato or mac and cheese that you like the best. You're going to have that. You're going to have some more vegetables to keep you going. and then some more water. And then your final fourth plate is going to be your variety pack. This is going to be everything else you haven't eaten yet. So whatever extra stuff you didn't eat yet, and plus your favorite meat, go ahead and put that on your plate. That's going to be your last one. You just made 4 plates in one day. And then, you have the next day, rinse and repeat. That is the game plan.
Wow. Thank you, Jen, for that play-by-play on a successful Thanksgiving meal. Or should I say meals? Last tip for today's successful Thanksgiving is ask the host what they need help with. Do they need help cooking? Do they need help preparing? Do they need help setting the table? There's nothing better you can do on Thanksgiving if you have nothing to do is to help the host prep for the dinner. Ask if they need you to run to the store for anything before you play a full video game from start to end. Am I right, John?
I think the game will be faster if you do it first, and then they'll know what you need to help with after that game is done. If you go after somebody in the beginning, you're like, "Oh, what do you need help with?" It's like, there's everything needs to be done. I can't give you one thing. So you let them do a couple of things first. And then when the list starts to go smaller and smaller, then it's easier to compartmentalize and hand out those tasks. Oh yeah, I haven't done this yet. So now you go ahead. Why don't you mash the potatoes? Oh, the utensils haven't been put out. Go put the utensils out. So know that there are specific times where asking for help is a little better, a little later in the game. But definitely ask if they need anything to be done.
And there you have it. Thanksgiving tips for a successful Thanksgiving. Help your host, provide some Tupperware, make sure you get all your ingredients ahead of time, organize your meal with Jun's play-by-play.
Plate-by-plate.
Plate-by-plate. No pun intended. So we hope you guys have a successful Thanksgiving. Maybe you guys will start a new tradition this year as we talked about all the different thankful Thanksgiving traditions that people have in the United States. And hopefully you enjoyed our little game at the beginning. Let us know what you guys want to see next on our podcast. But with that, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye.
If you like that content and want more content like that, make sure you hit us up on our social media. We are on Instagram and YouTube at We Are On The Line. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave us some feedback down below. We're always interested in hearing what you have to say. With that, we'll catch you on the next one. What button do I press?
Did I do that?
You say things that aren't real. You talk with confidence, and people just listen to you.